Lining itself is your head. Find out what your head's doing, and on this particular case, this leg here is slightly higher. Yeah. So if that leg there is slightly higher, what we want to do is we want to fix this side with the door lining, and this one we can move up and down. If we fix that side, and this one's high, then we can't move that one down. We'd have to cut a little bit off the bottom of the door. So we find out which side your head's on. Fix that side, and then that will be your first point of fixing. You need to check to make sure that your door lining and your door frame is secure. Now on the stage there, we've got fixing at the top, we've got fixing into the floor, and we've got fixing into the side, so it's nice and solid. Here we've got fixing here and at the top, but we haven't got fixing into the actual floor. So normally you would screw that into the floor to make sure it's right. And then you would put a straight edge down. To make sure everything is lining through as well. Alright? Because if they don't line through, your door lining is never going to fit. So this is the first thing you've got to check. Move that around. Get that as accurate as you can. So make sure that that's parallel. Then check the height of your door. So we've got 8, 4, 8 there. 8, 4, 8 at the bottom. That will be where you want to fix it. Normally, like I say, we'd screw that. I'm just going to do a little cheat. Just put a couple of edges in there just to hold it in place. Right? So we've checked our frame, we've made sure that the bottom lines through, the head lines through, and we found out which one is our highest side. The other thing that we need to do then is check to see if it's upright. Check that. It's a millimetre or so out. So with the stud work, you can get away with a millimetre or so. The door lining, no. Check it this way as well. That's bang on. So we know this side is in the right place, it's upright that way, and it's upright that way. So we can check this one just by looking through the two edges here. So we're looking at that point there to line up with this point here. And this point here, sorry, this point here, hit this point here to line up with that point there. And if they line up perfectly, we know that this one is also parallel as well with this one. Right? If there's a gap, yeah? Imagine if there's a gap and it's twisted, then they wouldn't line up. What we're doing is we're lining them up perfectly, so when you sight it through, you'll be able to see that they both line up absolutely perfectly. You won't see any gap down the side. So we'll just have a quick look through there. See clearly, there's a bit of white timber behind me. So if you have a quick look at that one, you should be able to see that the top is perfect, the bottom is out. If you have a quick sort of parade past and have a quick eye through. Yeah, anybody who's not sure? Dan? You iron up this point here, with this point here, and looking at this point here with that point there, and seeing if they absolutely match. You reckon it looks like it, yeah? You don't reckon at the bottom on this one is over there by about 10 mil? A bit. So if it is a bit, then it's wrong, yeah? It's going to be bang on. Does everybody else want to have a look? Everybody else knows what I'm talking about, right? Yeah?
No, don't.
Okay. So, this one needs to come over a touch. So I'm just going to move it over a snatch. Check it again, and that's right. Now we do all of that because getting the subframe, the bit that we're going to fix the door lining into, makes our life so much easier. Alright? If you try and go into that, just don't check any of it, like a couple of the frames over there, then it's going to make your life really hard work for the future. Now, so we can now get our door frame, put it into the opening. So we've got an even gap on both sides. Right? One screw in at the top. Stop it moving around. We're not tightening it right up, we're just putting it roughly in there. One screw in down the bottom. With the door lining being plumb this way. Right?
Why are you using straight edge every time you use straight level?
Why am I using a straight edge every time I use a straight level? Cameron?
It makes it longer.
Because it makes it longer, yeah. So accuracy is everything with the door lining. You have got to come along and put the door into this afterwards. If you make this nice and accurate, it saves you a lot of time when you're fitting your door. Even worse than that is if somebody else has got to come along and put the door in after you, and you've not made a very good job of it, then you're just going to be, your name's going to be dirt all over the site, and you won't last very long. Yeah? So you've got to make sure that you put your door liners in accurately. So the longer the level, the more accurate it is. I've only got 30 bricks by level, so I find a little short level, and then I find just a straight piece of timber on site, and that extends it into a 6 foot level. Once that's plumb there, then I'll do the same again. I'll put a temporary screw in down the bottom. Now I've got this leg now fixed, plumb. Yeah? All I've got to do now is worry about getting it straight on the inside. So we can have a quick check on that, see where our problems are. This point here isn't going to move around too much, because we've got the horn on there. Yeah? This horn is stopping that timber from moving in too much. So we can check the bottom and see if the bottom needs to move. The bottom wants to go in a tad. That's now going on. Yeah? I'll now get my folding wedges. Now a folding wedge is much more effective than a normal wedge, because if I put a normal wedge in here, the only point of contact is on the angle just here. What we're trying to do is get a solid fixing all the way across the timber. So by putting folding wedges in, we get that solid fixing all the way across. Don't just put one wedge in. So up top here, put it slightly lower than the screw, because that's where your hinge is going to be. So we're thinking about sort of how we've got to hit this later on. We don't want it bouncing around all over the place. If you can get a solid bit of packing right behind where your hinge is going to be, it's going to make your life easier. Just put that in place. What I tend to find is, if you squeeze it out by about 1 millimetre, and then turn it right back up again, and that normally works out about right. Now you can see here as well, I'm not burying the screws 4 inches underneath the timber surface. It's just going underneath the surface. Right? If you bury it, you're reducing the amount of fixing that you've got on the timber, and you're also making it very hard work for yourself if you've got to water it afterwards. Same on the one on the bottom. Ow. Slight twist on this one, which I can see. So what I want to do is I want to bring this front edge out a little bit more than the back edge. Let's get about 1mm out. That one in. So, double check it again now. Always checking it all the time. You can see there, that's pulled right in. But if I hold it on there, it's not the actual bottom, it's the middle, which is causing the problem. Yeah? So, 2 screws into the centre. Try to get that straight now, yeah? We just double check it this level. Like so. So I've now pulled that straight, yeah? Just by putting those 2 screws in there. I know that that's roughly the right place for this. See, I'm not using any of the wedges, I'm using the screws first. The wedges are there to make it firm it up. So I'm not sort of trying to get the wedges in first and then put the screws in afterwards. It's the other way around. Screws in, get it roughly in the right place, top first, then the bottom, then the middle. Try and get it so that you've got a nice fixing all the way across. So just by changing that, the way that those wedges went in, I've got a solid fixing all the way across there now. Pinch it up by about 1mm. Tighten it up. Then with these 2, same again. Same with the bottom one. Alright? So I've done the top, I've done the bottom, and then that's normally what will happen is you'll bow the middle out, tighten the middle up, and then you can put a straight edge on it to check that the whole thing is staying straight. Thank you. And then just double check with your level. Alright? Once you've done that one, you just repeat the process. You repeat the process with this one over here. First thing you want to do is check that head for level. Alright? So that's bang on at the moment. Alright? Because what I did was I lifted that one up over here. And I did it. So that's bang on over here for level. Fix your head, fix the bottom. An additional check would be to make sure